Hey y'all. I know it's late for me. It is 8 p.m. Some of you, so it's a little late for you. Hey, can you hear me, cousin? Hi, darling. Hello, my sorority sister. Let me know if you can hear me. Hello, godmother. You're so loyal. I love that about you. Let me know if you can hear me. Somebody punch in. Can you hear me? Cool. I only need one of y'all. Okay, so first, my apologies. I know it's late. It's late for some of you. I don't think I've ever done a vlog this late. So my apologies in advance. It's been a couple of weeks. I was on a bit of a hiatus. The babies had spring break. I can't do nothing with two F's, nothing when they're around, nothing. And then it was Easter weekend, and Big Son turned 16. We don't call it Sweet 16, we call it Swag 16. And praise the Lord, he was not grounded. The first time in 8 years, that he was not in trouble on his birthday. So we are very excited about that. Lenten season ended. So I did, it's supposed to be 40 days, and I had a special diet. So I did well. I didn't drink. I didn't eat anything bad for me. It was the Daniel fast, and this makes me laugh because I think I told you this. One of my sorority sisters, like, who is that? I don't know who that is. Why am I eating like him when I don't know who he is? So essentially what it was, and I think I told all of you this, it was the only thing I was eating was fruits, vegetables, grains, and what am I missing? Fruits, vegetables, grains, and legumes, so beans. So no alcohol, no gluten, no sweets of any kind. And it actually worked pretty well. I thought I would be suffering quite a bit, but I actually didn't do too bad. And didn't miss a whole lot. So that was kind of cool. And it was rough. You know, I had a sorority conference. I had a lot going on where there's meals and alcohol, and I prevailed. I'm actually very proud of myself. So I'm actually going to see how long I can keep it up. Not this past weekend, though. Well, I actually did good this weekend, but I came home and the husband brought home two kinds of ice creams. One tastes just like the lemon cookie and Girl Scouts. I'm telling y'all, he's sabotaging me. I'm telling you, he's sabotaging me. And then he made these oatmeal chocolate chip raisin cookies. And they were amazing. I'm telling you, he's sabotaging me. I'm telling you, he is. But for the most part, and then I went out to, see, I'm still confessing. And then I went out to lunch with a really dear friend today. And I hadn't had any fried foods or anything, but we went to this place, this bar that most of my folks are familiar with. It's a dive, but the food is so good. And this was her first time here. And I couldn't, I had to help her eat. So I've gotten all of my cravings out of my system. And I should be able to go back to my Ezekiel bread and my organic grass and dirt, which actually brings me to what I wanted to talk to you about today. First, as always, I appreciate you listening to me. You don't have to. You're doing a lot of other things this Monday evening, so thank you for that. Second, please, please, please tell all your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, A Tribe Called Goodman, before the real tribe comes and sues me for infringement. I'm sure that's going to come. Trademarking. I'm sure that's going to come. So subscribe before I have to change the name. Because you know what my favorite rap group is, and that's what we named it after. But today I'm going to be very brief, and look at all the people that I don't get to see very often. loading. So thank you. Thank you for participating. I always like to do shout outs to people unless they tell me they're on the lam and running, then I don't mention your name. But I do want to wish my Lion sister a very happy birthday. She just joined, so her birthday was a couple of days ago. So happy birthday, darling. Hope you're doing well. And then some people, my husband's people from Philly and Sherry and one of my little mentees has joined. Girl, I'm seeing you put together all your little food prep and it's getting on my nerves. I don't have it in me to do that. So thank you. Some people from church. I always want to shout people out just to let you know how much I appreciate it. So all the people that I'm mentioning is really about the topic I want to talk about today. As always, I think I'm going to get on and say something and then something else happens. So for those of you that don't know, you may have just found out. And if I'm the first one telling you, I'm so sorry. But I think by now, you should know that John Singleton passed away. He had suffered a stroke. He had been sick. He was in a coma for about a week, and he just transitioned a few hours ago. And I am so sad. He is 51, which means that he is in my age group, and he is no longer with us. And so I'm always going to talk about, because as I've mentioned to all of you, hey, Kwanzaa, hey, Godmother, I always mention to you, and I say this all the time, you know that I'm a Christian. Sometimes you may be questioning that. That's okay. I serve a forgiving God, so it's cool. But I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe he died for my sins and rose on the third day. I believe in all of that. Those of you that don't, no shade to you, no disrespect to you, but that's what I believe. And so I know that if he is God-fearing, that he has transitioned to a place of peace with no affliction. He's not in any pain. He has joy and peace. So I'm clear about where he is. But it's always hard for us that are left here. Always. It is always hard to deal with a loss, particularly when you think that person is so young, right? So for me, there has been a lot of death surrounding me over the last year and a half. A couple due to illnesses, some I thought were rather sudden, and then some you're just so surprised. And in some ways, you're never quite prepared for the transition. You think you might be, our flesh misses those who are here among us. But hopefully, Lord willing, and I think some of it is because we don't know too many people who have gone to glory and gone to heaven and come back and told us how great it was or how great it is. Because if they did, then we wouldn't have the fear, right? We wouldn't have the fear of dying or transitioning. But we all know that death is a part of life. It is. We're not all going to live forever. And so that's why people tell you that life is too short, and seize the moment and make use for what you have today. All those sayings, it's not the day you were born or the day you die, it's that dash in between. How do you live your life? What kind of legacy do you want to live? So, and I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Probably has a lot to do with the fact that I'm middle-aged and I will hit a milestone birthday in the next year or so. And so what does that mean for me? What legacy do I want to leave here on earth and for my children and for my family and those that I connect with, like all of you? And so I started thinking about John and all the things that I think we should all do. And I'm just going to start with a blanket statement. Take care of yourself, period. Take care of yourself, me included, me included. Find a way to take care of yourself. And that is such a broad statement, but I think in a few moments, I think I can make it plain for all of us, all the steps I think we should all take to take care of ourselves. And really, I think there's I wrote down maybe 6 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6 things. And this is not rocket science. It's not something where you'll have an aha moment. It's just things I think sometimes if we just say things aloud and have them manifest and bring them to fruition, then perhaps we'll all be better for it. So I'm gonna start with the first one. And the first one is easy. Go to the doctor. That's it. Just go. Go once a year. Go annually and get a physical. Just get a physical. Find out what's going on, because a lot of the things that we have are preventable or reversible. So I have shared with all of you, I have a couple of ailments all around my digestive system, which was one of the reasons I wanted to do the fasting, because I felt like if I could do that, that I would feel better on how I eat. And it worked. I have medication I'm supposed to take daily, twice a day. While I was fasting, I only took it 4 times out of the 46 days, 4 times. And so I know that there is some truth to going to the doctor and following up and figuring out what is wrong. Because more than likely, if there is something wrong, you can do something to prevent it. In most cases, part of the problem is we don't go to the doctor annually as we should. And by the time we go, it's usually because something hurts and it might be too late. But there's an opportunity to reverse whatever it is ailing you if you would just go to the doctor. Okay? Number one, please go to the doctor. Number two, exercise. Now, I don't mean you have to be a weekend warrior and you have to lift weights and run a marathon. If that's what you do, more power to you. That's not my gift. Okay? It's just not. But just get active is really all that means. Get active. Find something you love to do and do it often. So if you don't like lifting weights, don't lift weights. Yoga. Y'all know how I feel about yoga. But something. Yoga. Take a walk. Park your car further away and walk somewhere. Take the stairs. A lot of us have don't live in ranches. We have upstairs and downstairs. Take the stairs for 15, 20 minutes a day, right? You can go to the gym, get a membership. That's fine. Swim. Some of you like to swim. Swim back and forth. I have a cousin who swims, and I'm not joking, 5 days a week, 45 minutes a day, every day. And she's better for it. And thankfully, she did do that because she had a major, major health issue years ago. And had she not have been swimming, it would have been a grave situation for her. And she didn't even know it at the time. So find something you like to do, bike riding, spinning class, find dance class. I don't care what it is. Find something and just do it. 3 to 5 times a day, 30 minutes a day, just enough to get your heart rate going, right? I'm telling you, none of this is rocket science, right? It's the second thing. Third thing, get some sleep. Listen, I'm not 20 anymore. I'm not that chick who can go out and hang out all night and get up and go to work the next day. I need a nap. When I tell you I need a nap, I'm one of those people that needs a minimum of 8 hours a day, a minimum. If I do 6 one day, 5 one day, eventually that catches up with me and I'm evil. Please get some sleep. Just get some sleep. Now, it just so happened in my case, and again, I've mentioned this in previous vlogs, I have acid reflux. And I found out that the acid reflux correlates with sleep apnea, right? Snore, which also correlates with some of my digestive issues, which also correlates with weight, right? So if you pay attention to all of that, you can reverse some of the issues. So get some sleep. I couldn't get any sleep because I was snoring, because I couldn't get any rest, because I have acid reflux, because I wasn't eating the right foods. So all of it was just kind of going like this. So I had to work on a piece at a time. And now I sleep better. I'm eating better. Could I eat a lot better? Yes. Yes, I can. But I'm trying, right? I'm one of those people that's trying. 4, I just talked about it. Food. A lot of the things that we do has to do with what we consume. A lot of the ailments that we have is based on what we consume. Fried foods, sweets, lots of carbs, soda, sugar, salts, a bunch of stuff. Now, I am not a health kick freak. I'm not. And I'm not telling you to get rid of any of that stuff cold turkey. None of it. I'm not telling you to do any of that. You can eat anything in moderation. That's what they're telling me. It's what I hear. So if you're drinking a soda every day, maybe only drink soda on the weekends. Start slow. Because after a while, your body will lose the taste for it. So maybe just on the weekends. Maybe have a cheat day instead of eating fried food 7 days a week. Maybe pick a day like a Saturday or Sunday. And if you want that fried chicken and fries, that's fine. Maybe add some greens to it, a salad, green beans, something. Eat. Eat well. People say this, you can eat to live, but not live to eat. I'm one of those chicks that lives to eat. I like food. I like the experience of good food. And a lot of it has to do that my family are excellent cooks. There are tons of family members. Matter of fact, my godmother is a phenomenal cook. She makes everything from scratch. You can taste the butter and all. I mean, just a phenomenal cook. And so I associate food with happiness because that's what we did. That's how we congregated. That's how we fellowshipped in my family. And I still do that today when I invite people over. It's usually around a meal. Come over for dinner. Let's have brunch. Let's have breakfast. It's just a way for me to fellowship. It makes me happy. And I like to cook, but I like to eat too. I'm not one of those people that cooks all this food and then I don't eat it. I'm not that chick. Never been a salad eating chick. Just if you eat a lot of carbs and fried food, could you just add some green beans to it? Just that's all I'm saying. That's it. Four, eat right. 5, mental health. We talked about this before. If you don't feel right, go see somebody. You don't have to look at it as a way of you're not well or you're weak or you're having some problems. Hey, Nikki, um, go see someone. If you don't feel good on the inside, if you feel empty, if you are upset all the time, if you feel like you're depressed, if you're angry all the time, any one of those emotions other than peace and happiness, go talk to somebody. I don't care who that somebody is. Hopefully, it's somebody professional, a professional, someone around mental health, some kind of mental health professional, or talk to your friends. But I'm going to be honest with you, your friends can only get you so far. At some point, you need someone that is unbiased and impartial to your thoughts. And it just kind of creeps up on you. Again, I'm an advocate of this, right? The husband and I have been in therapy for almost 2 years now, and it's been fantastic. They don't give you the solution. They just help you process how you feel. Go get some help. And then lastly, and this is my favorite, get your spirit together. Find your center, your spirituality, whatever that is for you. For me, it's religion. I enjoy going to church, and a church that has wonderful music and a wonderful preacher. I'm not there to showboat. I'm not there to be seen. I am literally there to hear the word of God, see how it applies to my life, and then try to apply it on a daily basis. Please note that I said try, because sometimes I fail miserably. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do all right. Sometimes I excel. But get yourself aligned and in order. Something is happening. It doesn't make sense to me. And I serve a God that sometimes it's just what life is. And it just makes me so sad that I keep seeing younger and younger, particularly men, people of color who aren't taking care of themselves. They're just not taking care of themselves. We're stressing out, we're trying to make money, we're hustling. We don't have the luxury necessarily to just take a moment and enjoy the fruits of our labor. We don't have it. So all I'm asking as someone who loves you, and I happen to love the majority of you because, my Facebook page is, while I make these videos public, my friends are people that I actually know. I love y'all. And I want you to be here. Okay? I just want you to be here as long as God will have it fit. So take care of yourself. And I'll try my best to do the same. Okay? That's what I want for you. That's what I want for me. I need you guys to be here. Right? I don't want to be here by myself. I don't want you to be here by yourself. Hold me accountable. Don't be a jerk and slap the cupcake out of my face. Let me enjoy my cupcake. Okay? Let me, if I'm eating a cupcake, just let me digest the cupcake. And then if you want to have a conversation about how many cupcakes I've had, I may answer or I may block you. Block, 1 word, 2 syllables. I might block you. But I'm doing my best. I actually had a really good weekend. I pretty much stayed on my health regimen. I didn't today, but You get back on the horse and you go again. All right. So this one's short and sweet. I missed y'all. Please, please, please. I ask that you continue to subscribe. It is so nice to see some of you on here because, you know, it never happens. The same people subscribe every week. That doesn't happen. So it's always nice to see a face and people that are interested in hearing me talk for a little bit. So I thank you for that. So I got to go. Love y'all. Talk to you next week. Take care of yourselves, please, please. I beg of you. And we'll talk next Monday. All right. Bye. I really want a cupcake now.